Hey everyone, it's Victoria, and I know I'm not in my tropical outfits today. It's just one of those cloudy days that I just wanted to get dressed like a New Yorker today. Anyway, I'd like to talk about New York, and I'd like to talk about how I was watching a show last night that I used to watch all the time called Curb Your Enthusiasm with Larry David, and I was cracking up from him, but normally I don't crack up the same way people would crack up from him because they think he's off the wall crazy. I don't actually think he's off the wall crazy because he says it like it is, very much like me, and very much like the people I grew up with. Well, some of the people that I grew up with. Some of them just can't seem to get out there and just say it like it is. But those people are on my page. Those type of people get me. Because, I mean, some people admire that I can do it, and some people just don't get me at all. And I gotta say, you might not see the spicy side of me in these YouTube videos because they're just like these thoughts that I have and things that I have from active meditation, and then I just talk about it with you guys, and I have this insight as a mom, as somebody who works out, and somebody who's enthusiastic about health and fitness. But I have to say, Larry David is not that crazy. He's awkward, and you know, he's just awkward, but he's pointing out the obvious. He's pointing out the stuff that I point out all the time, and he's making a whole show out of it, and it's a success. Now, he's in LA, where the people there are just, most of the people can't do anything without a script. I'm talking about Hollywood. I'm talking about the people in Hollywood. Like, they just can't seem to get it together, and just they'll just be like fake in the show. You could see how fake they are, and then they're just, you know, they're just fake. And he's so real. He's so real. It's like people from Hollywood that meet me are just like, I'm a breath of fresh air, or I'm just crazy. You know, I used to work at a jewelry store on Madison Avenue, and I would get a lot of celebrities come in from California, and mostly, you know, the ones from Hollywood were just like, you know, jaw dropped because I said something that was so off the cuff and so real that they just couldn't believe I said it. I'm not going to give you examples right now, but I have to say, I definitely said things that were probably inappropriate because I just, you know, I didn't care. I just didn't care. I just said whatever I felt, and I don't know. YouTube's different. This is like forever, and you know, over there, of course, I got laughs, and I've made sales, and because I use the funny part of me, that's what worked, and it always has worked for me. I find humor in a lot of things, and I find that it helps me form really good relationships, and it helped me make sales because I wanted to create a bridge, and people wanted it too. They just wanted that bridge with somebody that they don't have to be so on guard. With me, you really don't have to be on guard because I don't judge and I don't get offended. I rarely get offended. I mean, if you're going to talk about, like, you know, murder or something like that, then, you know, about a certain race or something like that, then I'll get offended a little bit, but not enough to hate somebody. I don't hate, you know. I don't have that hate factor. I don't get embarrassed. I get. It's very hard for me to get embarrassed. I think that's why I was able to do stand-up comedy in New York, because I didn't really care if every joke hit it. You know, I didn't even care if I got the laughs. My husband cared more than I did. I didn't care. See, he's very straight-laced also. For a New Yorker, he was from New Jersey, so kind of doesn't count. But he lived in New York, got a little bit more bold. He did. He got more bold. But I'm noticing that this Curb Your Enthusiasm takes place in California, and I gotta say, they're just like shocked at and he's so misunderstood. That's what I call Larry David, misunderstood, because I mean, yeah, it's for the show, but you can tell that it was his life too. And I am so like that. I mean, if you had a camera following me all day, my son tells me all the time, he's like, if we had a camera watching you, I mean, I make jokes everywhere I go, and I point out the obvious. I mean, even at the security line, half my stand-up is done because of the stuff that I encounter, and I want to share it. I want you guys to laugh the way I do about stuff. I'm not even looking to get a laugh for me. I just want to share how ironic things are. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I really want to share how ironic things are, and I think that's what Larry David's doing. And I'm so on that page. I so get him. I understand why he's misunderstood, because I'm misunderstood. Even my own husband doesn't get me. Like, I'm just like very misunderstood. So Larry David, if you're listening, and you're probably not ever going to see this video, but if you do ever see this video, I get you. I totally, I'm with you on that. All right. That's it. I don't think I wanted to talk about anything else. Maybe I wanted to talk about some irony, but no, I don't really have anything that much to share right now, except for Larry David. Larry David, he's something else. And you know what? He's not that extraordinary to me. He's normal, but I think he's the only one out there doing it. He's the only one out there pointing it out. Him and Howard Stern. I gotta say, Howard Stern's up there with him. Not as bold. Howard Stern could do it behind closed doors. I think Larry David has the I don't give a shit factor, like, to the max. And you know what? That's how he became a success. So, get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone. Because in the end, you only get one life. And it's a waste of time to be shy in this world. Let me tell you something. Someone else is going to get the job, the girl, the guy that you want, because you don't speak up. You don't want to make a video? Do something else. But get out there. Don't be shy. That shy thing doesn't work. It just doesn't. And the reason why it doesn't work is because nobody's going to read your mind. You know, you have to either speak up or suffer the consequences. And the consequences are that somebody else is probably going to get your job, your girl, your guy. You don't want that to happen. So I'm inspiring you to watch a little bit more Larry David, because that guy gets it. And he just doesn't give a shit. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye. And don't be so PC about everything. You know? That's what the other topic was I was going to talk about, but I don't want to talk about it right now. Okay, bye.